Is this okay? Okay, great. Done.
When did you do your hair? I'm most
Today,
interested.
today.
What time?
Right before I left. So 3 p.m. I went to the salon, got it done, bounced to class.
Because you have like events at night. You have a party to attend at night.
I'm going to Khushi's house.
So that's what I'm saying.
Birthday.
Okay, birthday.
Correct,
So you have.
birthday. And tomorrow I'm shooting with Mohak.
Oh,
So
so
we're
the
doing an
hair
anniversary
has to be done like a day before.
Yes, because I don't have the time. So my hair, everything is scheduled. So
Okay, welcome to Nidhi's world. Everything is scheduled. I
everything
like
is
that.
scheduled. Even meeting my friends is scheduled.
Nice.
So like, hey, this is the time when I go meet my friends. I can only come after 9 p.m. because I have class. All
Great.
of that. Yeah.
Great. You know what? We've already started, by the way.
It's
We've
Oh,
already
but he
started,
just said
yeah.
that it's not
No,
over.
we've already started. It's 10 o'clock at night.
You've
I've had like a long day. I'm coming straight from my radio show on City 1016.
Guys, but firstly, I've heard him since I shouldn't say this probably, but since I was a child.
Say
And it's
it.
my dream that I'm actually sitting and he's interviewing me, and also I'm very nervous. I'm so nervous.
You've had a long day too. You've had like a couple of classes, dance classes.
Yes.
And you've come straight to the podcast. So thank you so much for doing this.
Always.
And you know, of course, everyone knows who Nidhi Kumar is, especially in
Yeah.
Dubai. Like whoever
Yeah.
is watching it would know who you are and what you do. But for all those people who are listening to us outside the UAE,
Correct.
I was thinking if I need to introduce you, what should I talk about? Should I talk about the work that you do? Because in my opinion, I think we all kind of limit ourselves
Yeah.
by letting the work that we do define us.
Correct.
I'm much more than just a radio presenter, and you are much more than an entrepreneur and a
Correct.
content creator and influencer. So I was thinking of a couple of words coming to my mind. You know, every time I
Okay.
think of Nidhi Kumar, what comes to my mind?
Okay.
And I was making a list, and these are the words that come to my mind.
Okay.
First, you tell me how much do you agree and how much do you disagree?
Done.
Vivacious?
Wow.
Yeah, you agree?
Yeah, of course.
Extremely vibrant, extremely energetic, loud,
That's my definition of me. Loud.
very hardworking, extremely hardworking.
Thank you.
But you tell me the negatives now, because I see
Correct.
all positives. Everything every time I like meet you or Instagram or
course.
whatever.
Yeah.
What are the 3 negative traits of Nidhi that kind of define her? That you need to that you need to work on.
Correct. I think number one that you said, right, extremely hardworking. I feel like
No, don't give me hardworking. Okay, don't give me.
no, that's not hardworking. I actually do it on a very borderline. Last 2 years ago, I got a panic attack because my mental health was completely gone because of how much I work, and I never regarded my health. I would just constantly keep working mentally. Had 10,000 things going on in my head. I would not sleep. I would not eat. It was horrible.
See, I know when you say that that hardworking is a negative trait,
Yeah, I think
but it's also it's a backhanded compliment to oneself. Ki, I'm so hardworking that I'm not taking care of my health and all that. So forget hardworking.
No, I think that's a very negative trait for me because I think not even hard. It's not even about how much I hard work. I think I just feel like I don't prioritize myself.
Okay, how?
Because I'm constantly just working. I think, like you said, when the work doesn't define me, I think for me, my work defines me. I don't like if my work is not there. Sometimes I'm like, wait, what is happening? Where's Nidhi?
Okay.
So that is why I think it's super because I don't think I prioritize myself at all. I don't remember the last time I actually just went out alone and just sat for 1 second and just chilled.
But when you say that work defines you and then you love
Correct.
what you do,
I love what I do.
so then
It's an unhealthy thing now.
so then you are catering to yourself by working, right?
Correct, but it's an unhealthy obsession, honestly. So I feel
Okay.
like it's a very negative trait.
Okay.
Then the thing that I had while I was driving on Shakes, I like burst out crying. It was horrible. My mental health was fully in
Okay.
shambles.
So since you spoke about work, I think it's a good cue for me to like kind of tell everyone who's watching because I'm hoping that this podcast travels far and wide.
Correct.
All those people who don't know, Nidhi Kumar is a dancer. She runs NKD, which is a dance studio here in Dubai. We are actually sitting here, as you can see. She's an entrepreneur. She is also a reality star TV, and she's an influencer. She's a content creator. The list is pretty endless. Do you want to add something to the list?
I mean, before I used to be an actor too. I've done over like 50 commercials in the UAE. I was a TV presenter for a lot of TV shows, and I was a model. My God, I don't even remember when was the last time I did that, but it was ages ago. And I used to work for designers and the rap, and I left all of that. It's been a while since I obviously went into content creation full time. But yeah, The list is endless, guys. I'm very talented, actually.
Okay, great. Okay, so now coming back to the
Negative traits.
two more negative traits. You said hardworking. Now give me
Correct.
something
Personal.
which is like really negative, like which is kind of toxic.
I get irritated very easily. Irritated. Like if somebody just, I don't know, like my irritation level gets very high. Like if you just sometimes, if I'm on a bad day, and if you just talk to me, I'll just start like screaming.
So impatient.
Impatient.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Impatient.
That's the word. I am impatient sometimes. It's horrible. It's bad. And then when I get impatient, then I get irritated. And then third thing, I don't know if it's toxic or no, but I think it can be. I don't know. Maybe you tell me.
Okay.
I want everything to be like, if it doesn't go my way, especially when it's work, I lose my shit.
Control freak.
Yes. Yes. I am a control freak when it comes to work. Work for sure. Not in my personal life. I don't think so. I'm very.
You know, it's very interesting. I was interviewing Malvika, who's also, who runs a studio,
Of course.
The Hive, right?
Yes.
And she teaches young students and all that. And she said the same thing. And I wonder if it is a pattern amongst women that when they are very particular about their work, they want to see it as a negative trait and call themselves control freak. When men do it, they don't. They are organized and they are like, good leaders and all that. But when women do it, they view themselves as
Damn.
negatively. I don't know. And
Never thought about that. But I feel like I've heard that so many times.
right?
You know, I feel like that's why I've just internalized it.
I think it's a great thing that you want things in a particular way because you're
Thank
so
you. I think
clear.
you're the first person saying that. Thank you. Exactly. I'm very clear about what I want.
Yeah.
So if you don't do it the way I want it, then don't do it at all. Why are you
Right.
wasting your effort and my time, my effort also? But I feel like I've always heard that in a negative way.
So you've internalized it.
Literally. Damn, thanks.
So okay, so we're going to rule that
We've
out.
just started. We just started the podcast. I'm already in deep thought, guys.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to leave aside the negative traits. I'm going to now.
Anything else? Do you think?
I don't know. You tell me.
Negative?
Okay. I'll ask this question a little differently.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of aware of what people perceive of us. Okay.
Correct.
What are the conversations that are happening behind our back?
Correct.
And sometimes we are aware of it. Sometimes we are not aware of it.
Correct.
I'm going to ask you: are you aware of the kind of conversations that are happening behind your back? To put it in a little slightly more perspective, I'm very aware of the conversations that are happening behind my back.
Correct.
People, I'm sure, are making fun of the way I dress. I love
Correct.
colors. Men
Correct.
don't really subscribe to colors.
Correct.
I'm sure people are making fun of this red jacket, red beads, or whatever. Like
It's so hot. What are you saying?
exactly. I mean, I find it hot, so I wear it. But
course.
I understand that people, question masculinity in different ways and all that,
Correct.
and colors is one of them. So
Correct.
I'm aware of the kind of conversations that are happening
Correct.
behind my back, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the kind of conversations that could be happening behind your back? And if yes, then what are those conversations?
I think it's so funny because honestly, I've been spoken about throughout. I mean, since I was young, since I was in school, people who never knew me spoke about me because I was very popular in school. Because I was a dancer and I was also a cultural captain. I was a topper in school. Everything. So it was like, oh wow. I was always by the rules. So when I was a cultural captain, I used to tell, for example, in school, ki guys, belt, tie. So like, oh my god, look at her attitude. But I was just doing my job. They used to hate me. College, everybody, people who didn't even know me, used to talk about me all the time. Because I was also popular in college for dancing. Then when I came out, it's super funny because people think that I don't. But let me tell you that even in Dubai, I know the stuff that's been spoken about me always at
Like
parties.
what?
All the time. Like I've heard so much. Oh, how did she get so much, whatever, fame? See, I don't use that word because I'm very like, I just continuously do my work. I don't care about the fame. I've never cared about it. I don't care. I just continuously just do hard work. I don't need to work, to be very honest, I don't need to work as hard as I do right now. Still, like wherever I am right now, I don't need to. I can just sit nicely, take some classes and chill. I don't have to post every day, make content every day for my fam, this, that. I've heard conversations with birds by
then
parties.
why do you do that?
Because I love doing it.
Okay.
I love doing it. I want to do it for the rest of my life. I want to make content. I want to make my Nidhi's fam happy. I love making content.
I'm going to come to that later, but okay,
Yeah.
continuing with what you were saying.
Yeah.
So what are the kind of conversations
Just
That how she got famous,
Yes, and
whether she deserves it or
whether I
not.
deserve it or not, just stuff like that. I've heard it in Dubai parties all the time, and they think that I don't find out. But it's, you know what, it's great because even though I'm not at the parties, I'm always spoken about.
So can I tell you a funny story that happened?
Okay.
I was doing Loki's kitchen
Okay.
at a restaurant,
Okay.
and this gentleman comes to me, and I know him.
Correct.
And I think at that point in time, this is like 5-6 years ago, I think I was not even following you on Instagram, but I kind of knew of you,
Correct.
or what you do and all that.
Yeah.
So this person comes to me, and we started talking about content creators and influencers and all that. And he
Correct.
said, "Do you know Nidhi Kumar?" So I said, "Yeah, I know of her."
Correct.
So this could like hurt you. So,
Okay, that's
so
fine. I'm
brace
so
yourself.
used to it.
So he started showing me a WhatsApp group
Okay.
of these boys who are discussing you, and they are having a good laugh at what you do.
Wow.
And he thought that I'm going to be a part of this conversation, this men's locker room,
Oh my God.
and I'm going to have a good laugh as well. And my jaws dropped. So I think they were sharing your videos, and they were like basically, making fun of it and all that.
Correct.
So I said, "What point are you proving?" So
Yeah.
he said, "No, look at her, look at her." So I said, "The fact that you guys know her and you've created a WhatsApp group
Exactly.
and discussing and sharing her videos, giving her
Correct.
traction, and she doesn't know about your existence at all,
Yeah.
that just puts things in perspective. So
Literally.
don't think that I'm going to be a part of it." He was so
Yeah.
taken aback because nobody must have ever spoken to him.
Of course.
At that point in time, I thought that if I ever start a podcast,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Damn.
I'm
That's
gonna, like,
insane.
so I want to know, like, so you're
Yeah.
aware of it. Does it
I'm
hurt
aware.
you?
Not at all.
Thoda to, kahin to?
Not at all.
Shuru
I've been
mein?
doing this for 6 years, and I really don't care. These people who talk about me, no, negative publicity is also amazing publicity.
In fact, they're sharing your videos.
They're sharing my videos.
It's
I'm getting.
traveling.
And see, these guys, no, I'm not even joking. These guys are literally like 10%. I actually get touch wood out of all the creators, and also I'm very positioned in the content creation industry in India.
Right.
My hate is nothing compared to what others get. I get no hate. After Temptation Island, the show that I did, I started getting hate because I was also on the show throughout.
Right.
But when you do reality show, that happens, so I don't really care. Never affected me. Never affected me before. Will never affect me again. I do me. I don't care. I know how much I work and how I've built all of this. So when these people talk to me, they just give me free publicity. I really don't care.
Oh, but okay, is there any feedback that stayed with you and they said, "Okay, this makes sense, so maybe I should work on this"?
Let me think. Of course, I take constructive criticism. If somebody tells me that you can dig this better, I'm open to it always.
So anything that you can remember?
Let me think. This is a thinker. Not right now. But maybe when I do a lot of, I don't know. I think it's mainly of dancing when they want me to try doing new styles. And so there was a point where I used to do something called as DanceWithNids. That is my hashtag for my dance choreos that I put out, that other people make covers of, etc. So I put out a lot of DanceWithNids before, especially during lockdown. And a lot of it was the same style because I was in a house in Mumbai and I did not have access to outfits as that. So a lot of people obviously said, "Why don't you try new styles?" And I can do a lot of different styles, but I couldn't. So at that time I remember obviously they were like, "Why don't you try out new different styles?" Like I always put out different styles. It's just that now I know. But I started wearing the same lehenga and I just only had one lehenga in my house. I wore that same lehenga and I shot 4 different videos including semi-classical and I kept posting them so that they could be happy. So I think this is one maybe to try out at that time.
Okay. Do you think you sometimes, without quite knowing also, you tend to get a little repetitive in your choreography? You do.
Of course.
You do. You're aware of it.
Babe, I think all dance choreographers do. That's our thing. Because the amount of content that we put out, as in content dance choreographers, not dance choreographers who don't put out content, but content dance choreographers, we have to stay relevant. And someone like me who posts content every single day, all choreographers, when sometimes so many choreographers, I get obviously very hurt when I see choreographers getting a lot of hate that why do you keep doing the same steps and everything. It's not doing the same steps. We have a certain bank of steps that we really like, so we try to incorporate them in here other choreographies. But I don't think that's us being repetitive. We're also trying to entertain them. Yeah. But obviously, a lot of choreographers get hate of steps being repetitive. But for me, I think uh, what I try to do is like almost every different dance with it is a different style. Whether it's a hip hop, whether it's a Bollywood, because I know if I try doing more, I'll start getting that. But but again, I still don't get as much hate as the other creators.
You know, I'm so happy that you said that because a lot of people who are having conversations about trolls and all that,
Yeah.
you know, we tend to kind of focus a lot on trolls, which is pretty much like a 10% of the entire,
Exactly.
you know, entire gamut of people who love you so much.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's focus on that. I'm going to come back to your dancing and I'm going to come back to NKD and all the things that you do, but I'm going to rewind right now a little bit. And let's go back to 2018 when you went to Bombay.
Yes, 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Why did you go to Bombay and what didn't really work out?
Okay, so I moved to Mumbai. Ugh. So basically, I wanted to always go to Mumbai for acting.
So you want to be a Bollywood heroine?
Yes, like a Bollywood actor, TVCs, OTT, all of that.
Okay.
Basically, Netflix. I used to keep, so from my management at that time, keep getting auditions, etc., etc. So I used to record it from Dubai and send it.
Your management in Bombay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still managed
By
from
them?
Bombay. Yeah. Still
Okay.
managed by them. Yeah.
Okay, pause. So,
yeah.
so now I'm actually asking this question for all those people who want to like, you know, try in Bombay.
Correct.
Did you have friends who put you to a manager in Bombay? How did you find that manager?
No. So once my video started going viral on social media, at that time.
Kala Chashma and all.
Correct.
Right.
They got in touch with me on DMs, Instagram DMs.
The manager got in touch with you?
Yes, and even the agency that I'm with right now, which I've been with for 3.5 years, my longest running, that agency I'm not with anymore. That agency I was, I think, with only for 1.5 years, nothing else because it wasn't working out. This agency 3.5 years, they also, when they were trying to headhunt me from that agency during lockdown, because I was going viral during lockdown, DMs.
Okay.
Hey, we love your work. They reach out to you on DMs or email.
So the first time that you got the message from this agency,
correct,
were you like ecstatic? Like,
of course.
That dude, okay, my Bombay dream is coming true. I'm getting closer to it.
Yeah, I was in shock. So they wanted to basically do social media.
Okay.
They were managing my social media to handle that. But anytime, because they knew that I was an actor, they would pitch me for TVCs in Mumbai, for this, that. So I used to keep sending auditions. And I used to keep seeing casting calls on Instagram. So I used to see all of that.
And then did that materialize into some work?
In Mumbai, no, I don't think. Oh yes, I did Savdhaan. No, yeah, Savdhaan India. I did Savdhaan India.
One
I
episode.
forgot about it. Yeah, yes, one full episode. I was the main lead in Hot Star. It was a crazy experience. I don't think I didn't even know that I could act that much. And so I was a rape victim in that episode, and oh my god, it was so heavy. For me, I was thrown out of the car. I had full blood.
No.
It was crazy. It was damn. And now that I think about it, it was insane.
So okay, 2019, you go to Bombay. You're thinking that you're going to get some lead. You're going to like.
No, but I didn't go to Mumbai for that actually.
Then.
So I wanted to go to work. Obviously, always. But I never wanted to leave my family. I'm just very attached to mom and dad. जब होगा तो होगा. मैं बहुत छोटी हूँ. College ही तो है. This that. Then I was in a relationship then. In a very serious relationship, and I was in love and I wanted to get married. Like I knew that he's the man because we were dating for a while, 3.5 years.
Not Mohak, guys.
Not Mohak. Yes, the one before Mohak.
Right.
So he.
Who's an elderly human being, if I'm not mistaken? No, I'm.
Yeah, 6 years different. No, 4 years different. 4 5.
So
years.
not too much of an age gap.
No,
okay,
4
great.
5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and he moved to Mumbai for work.
Okay.
And I, being the girl that I am, still overly giving all the time, whether it's not just men, even my friends, overly giving. I'm just too emotional in general. And I have too much love to give, which sometimes is a bad thing, let me tell you.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
No.
I mean, my love has never stopped. I still give as but I'm also aware that it can give. I think because people can take advantage.
People can, so that's their problem.
Correct, not us.
You being loving is not a problem at all.
Exactly.
I think that's something which is fantastic about you, that you're a very generous and a very giving person.
Correct. And I never stopped that. And you shouldn't either, but just be careful on who you give it to.
Right.
I think that is very important. So he moved to Mumbai and I couldn't live without him. 1 month I packed all my bags and I moved to Mumbai for him actually, not for anything. And I literally slept on my friend's floor because I had no house. And my parents don't know this, will kill me. My dad would have killed me.
Did we reveal something on camera that your
Yeah.
parents don't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I literally slept on my friend's floor, and I literally moved, as in boxes packed, all my life in Dubai, and I moved within 1 month for him because I was like, I can't. Moving there within 1 month, we broke up. It was horrible. It was my worst phase, and that is when NKD started. I fully like went into work. Like I used to work continuously. TikTok, I got viral because of that lockdown.
Dude, that's damn sad. 1 month?
Within 1 month, we were done. After 3.5 years. 3.5 years, yeah.
And may I ask, like, who
No,
called the
mutual.
shots?
We just couldn't. It was very mutual.
What happened? Like, why did you break up?
I think we were fighting a lot, from what I remember. I don't even remember because it's been 7-8 years now, lol. We were fighting a lot.
You're moving countries for someone, and within
Exactly. That was the biggest thing ever. But also, so the one thing is I process emotions really quickly. So I fully, bam, went into work. And it was I used to cry while shooting content. Oh my God, it was horrible. Then I used to record it again. But then I was like, no, I changed it too. I was meant to come to Mumbai.
But what went wrong? I'm
used to-
still stunned there.
Yeah.
Like,
We used to fight every day. It
But
became
why?
very horrible. We weren't compatible, and I think it showed there. And maybe also now that I think about it, honestly, I've never even thought about it, to be very honest with you. Maybe because I moved for him there, he was in shock that why after 3 years that too. So it's not like we were together every day here. So maybe he was
so
in shock.
was he not a part of the conversation that you were moving to Bombay?
No, of course he knew. Of course he knew. But I think both of us, yeah, I think it was a mutual thing. Maybe I wasn't okay with the habits that I saw someone very different in Mumbai. And maybe he was not okay with me being there, all of a sudden moving countries, and maybe that.
So he must have been overwhelmed, and you.
Correct. It became very toxic. That's all I remember. I don't remember anything else. It was toxic. It was so toxic.
So great.
It
So
was
then,
toxic. Yeah.
who said that? I don't even remember. But yeah, you took the heartbreak and converted it into art, something like that.
Oh,
Is that-
yes.
There's a phrase like that, right? Yeah.
I was literally, dude, I'm not even joking. I was meant to go there. That's why I'm very thankful to him. We're on very normal terms. Like, we're fine. I couldn't be bothered. We're friends. We're chilling. Whatever. We never talk. It's been years now. 5, 6 years we talk. Very normal. Very good. But that 1 year was when I shot up on every platform. I became hella famous. TikTok, I hit, I don't even know, 600, 700K. My videos were everywhere. I started getting campaigns. Instagram, because I used to make so much content. Like, I was full on, and then I decided I'm going to continue staying there. I was meant to come here for a reason, even if it was through him. Because I don't think अगर वो होता तो मैं शायद नहीं कर पाती. Because I was a kid back then, and I was very young.
Say, how old are you at this time? 29?
I'm 28.
So 2019.
Would be... I was just out of college.
So 23, 22.
Yeah. Wouldn't have. I wouldn't have.
So then did you also think that, okay, let me try in Bombay?
Yes.
Why do I keep saying Bombay? Let me try in Mumbai.
Correct.
And let me like, some acting gigs.
Yes. I used to go for auditions in Aram Nagar almost every day. And it was horrible. I got something with Netflix. And I've spoken about this. People
Yeah,
know.
what is that show? I'm forgetting the name of the show, sorry.
No, I can't.
Actually, you can't.
Say it. No. I can't say it. So I got a very old one.
Yeah, very old. Yeah, okay. Why can't you say it?
I can't. Like, why are you doing this?
This is the time when
It's unnamed.
this is the time when the title of the podcast, Lokesh Gets Personal, gets like really personal.
Really personal. 'Cause I think
So the rules are that you can say no. I mean, if you don't want to.
correct,
So,
of course.
okay,
No,
great.
but I just don't want to say it. No, why?
ठीक है. So
I got it. And no, it wasn't a massive part, but very small, cute, nothing major. But also, before even going to Mumbai, I had a lot of friends in the content creation space, in the industry. I had so many friends through social media, Bollywood industry, this, that. So when I started living there, the reason why I didn't go through, I told my agency there's no chance. One, because I lived in the space and I started seeing how, I'm sorry, but it was dirty. And I come from a very different, I was born and raised in Dubai. We are raised very differently in terms of how I think also, and even the cultural differences.
say, give me like a couple of points. How are you culturally
Just
different from
like
people?
I don't know, just like I don't know. I just felt like if I'm at a party, like I've seen very, very disturbing things at parties there. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I would ever be willing to do things, for...
Are we talking about compromising
Yes,
for work and all
same,
that?
which
Okay.
everybody knows about. That's why I feel like I've come from here where I don't think I've even heard about these things, or even like, oh damn, what just happened. So I got a culture shock. I was like, wait, this is normal, and it was normal because it was happening in front of me.
So,
You
so
know,
have you put the Bombay dreams, have you put the acting dreams on a back burner right now?
Not a back burner. That's when I decided that I will bring Bollywood to my profile. That I want to do everything that I want to do, my dreams, my acting, everything, but on my profile now on social media.
So is that enough? That okay.
I'm very happy with that.
So the dream is to act, and the dream is to dance, and the dream is to like kind of
I
live
don't
the
think it's
Bollywood.
acting anymore.
It's not acting anymore.
It's not. It's lost then and there. I don't think I want to act anymore. I act whatever I can on my social media. Like I started this property, NKD Cinematic Universe, and with Mohak.
Right.
That's like when I started that last year on our anniversary, which is Feb 26th. Yeah, I started that. Thank you. So we started that last year, first anniversary, and I think the most happiest I've ever been while making content.
Nice.
I'm so happy. That's my acting, and I don't want to act in Bollywood. Firstly, I'm very old now.
Are you fishing for a compliment here? You're
No,
You're
okay,
talking to a cave.
No, but
you cannot be older than
I'm
the.
also 28, no. I mean, I don't
28 is
think
not-
any.
28 is not that old, yeah.
I don't think they're gonna like. Also, I'm not even a trained actor, so
You were not even a trained dancer. Look what you've done with your life.
Correct. Yeah, makes sense. No, but I don't even think that's a chance anymore.
So okay, let me throw a situation at you now.
Yeah.
If somebody discovers you on Instagram, on social media, and all that,
Correct.
big filmmaker, big production house, big OTT platform, they get in touch with you saying, "This is exactly what we need. You fit the part and all that. Drop everything for 6 months." Okay, I'm upping the stakes here a little bit.
Yeah, literally.
No more meeting the family, boyfriend, everything just left behind for good 6 months, but come and be a part of this like huge, massive project. Would you not?
I would.
You would.
I would. I mean, the reason why I didn't do it because I don't want to just get into the industry because it's horrible, like the stuff that I saw. But if it's a big banner and if I can keep my conditions or whatever that is, that hey, I'm not going to do any nonsense. But if it's a clean, nice part, yes, it's work. I would do it. I would love the opportunity, and everybody else would support me too.
Okay, so when you say clean, nice part, are you talking about intimacy? Are you talking
No,
about
not that. Like, as in, like, I don't have to compromise
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever that word is.
to get the work? You're not going to, of course.
Yes,
but
if
like
it's proper on my merit.
right. Yeah, it's all on merit. And
Of course,
you
I
will.
would do it.
Okay.
Of course.
So you still maybe in your heart of heart, you do like want
I'm
to act.
indifferent, actually. I'm indifferent.
What does that mean?
Like, I'm indifferent towards it. Whether if it comes good, if it doesn't come, it's okay. I'm living my life. This has been my dream.
Okay.
So I'm living my dream life right now. And honestly, my dreams is that was my dream before. My dream is now something very different.
Which is what?
Which is NKD, the brand NKD all over the world. I want to have branches all over, whether it's US, UK, India, and my other parent company. Not parent is NKD brand,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I'm starting a brand new company. We're launching soon. We've already worked. It's already launched. As in, we've already been working since last year.
Okay.
Touch wood. But we're launching it this year, maybe in a month or two.
Which is?
It's
बोल दे, कुछ तो दे. Give us some details, no?
it's okay. It's called NKD Media.
Okay.
So basically everything, content for brands, for restaurants, whether it's a salon, whether it's a restaurant, we do it, and we make pure content because I know I can help so much because I've made like actual people's careers on social media and telling them to do this, do that, do this. So I know that I can help brands.
So there's a lot going on with NKD. So there's cinematic universe,
Correct.
where you're also helping people to like kind of create their own cinematic universe on their anniversaries
love
and
doing
birthdays and
that.
all that.
Yeah.
There's also social media classes that you're planning to do.
Yes, that is a part of the studio.
And then you're also doing NKD Media,
Yes.
where you're going to create content for different brands.
Yes,
and
I'll have a
different-
team, like a proper social media agency. And then slowly, once we already started working last year.
Okay.
We already have about 3 companies that we're working for full-fledged and making content for them full on. But we only wanted that because we don't have the time. But now we're going to start full-fledged, a proper media company.
What's the strength of your team, Nidhi?
Right now, 6 people.
What are the designations? What do they do?
So, Khushi is my main manager.
Happy birthday, Khushi.
Happy birthday, Khushi. Love you. So she is my personal manager, like
Okay.
personal, managing my campaigns and everything here, my social media.
Okay.
She's NKD's social media manager.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So NKD social, she handles.
Okay.
And NKD media's all content is hers.
Okay, so she's the big boss
Yes.
right after you.
She manages the content. Now that team is separate. That is me and Khushi are a dream team for all of this. Now my NKD, Sara is our studio manager, manages everything. It's all female team.
All 5 are studio managers, you're saying?
No.
You said it's a team of 6, right? So
Correct. The studio manager and my instructors, who are the teachers here. So that basically. But Khushi and I are the ones that manage all of this. And I also have NKD Merch, which is my merch company, which has been going on for the past 2 years, and we sold merch like all over the world. So yeah, so there's NKD Studios, NKD Media, NKD Merch.
And then you kind of collaborate, like for example, Cinematic Universe, you're
Yeah.
collaborating with videographers and editors and all
Correct.
that, and you're creating like a side team on the side, you're saying.
Correct. Correct. That
Okay,
is a part of,
interesting.
that is like a service that we provide at NKD Studios. It's a part of this, not a separate
Okay.
thing.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to like kind of wrap my head around the fact that you're doing a lot and you're
Correct.
managing with just 6 people. That's kind of
Correct. Actually, just two waves.
you and
Just
Khushi.
me and Khushi. Yeah. We're the ones that do everything. And Sara manages obviously the studio. Manages the studio as in the classes schedule, but all the NKD and like all this content creation, she's
Right.
the one that
Right.
books it.
Right.
But then it's me and Khushi going, I'm the one that's directing, finalizing everything. So I am literally everywhere.
Which is your favorite thing to do? Are you the happiest in the class? Are you the happiest creating reels for yourself? Why?
No, I can't.
You have to pick one. Are you the
Oh.
happiest creating content for other people, conducting social media, doing choreography for yourself, cinematic universe? What's home?
Listen, I can't really.
Listen fast, there's a lot to cover.
Okay. No, yeah, I think my students are but creating content is.
Pick one, fast. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Both. Creating content and students. I can't.
You
My
can't.
students are
Yes, you can't. You can't. You have
Okay,
to
I think my personal satisfaction, I think creating content.
creating content.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, fair. That's okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm too happy when I'm creating.
Me too. I'm the happiest when I'm creating content.
See?
When I'm writing a piece on Instagram, when I'm
Exactly.
cooking, whatever little content that we are creating.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to talk about one of your interviews.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about NKD, I think it's a good cue for me to talk about
Correct.
that. You said your goal is also to be on the Forbes 30 under 30 list.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that is my biggest dream.
How is that a goal? I was
Okay.
trying to chew on that. When I saw that, I was like, how can that be someone's goal?
Correct.
You create great content, you create
Correct.
great classes, you touch
Correct.
people's lives, kids' lives, students'
Correct.
lives, and if that kind of translates you, or if that kind of takes you to earn a spot in the list, that I understand. But how do you say that being on the list is my goal?
Like, as in, it's a short-term goal, by the way.
Okay.
For now, it's
Okay.
a short-term goal. It's not a long-term goal.
Okay.
I just have this fascination that I want to be there, and that is why I work towards it.
And you said you're 28.
Yes,
You have just 1 year to go.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's a very short-term goal, and even if I don't get it, I'm completely fine. But I really want to get it, and I want to. That is why I'm doing all of these things to work towards it, basically.
And how will that help you in your journey? Because it's going to give a good boost to NKD and to you and your personal brand.
Yeah, what a question. Honestly, nothing. It's just that Forbes 30 under 30. It's just my thing.
No,
I
why
really
do you say nothing? Because
I mean,
because
what can it though help? What can help a dance studio? Or it's.
I mean, it's a good pitch. I mean, if I'm a brand that you're working with, NK Media comes to me and says, listen, Nidhi has been listed as one of the top 30 influential people under 30.
Correct.
I'm going to take you seriously, right?
Correct. I don't even think it's about my companies. I think I just
It's
want
personal.
It's a personal.
When you're growing up, you
Correct.
saw top 30, I want to be on that list.
I think I'll be so proud. I think my parents will be so proud because it's not just something about creating content. It's about, obviously there are millions of people in the UAE, and then you choose the only top 30 that are there. I think it's such a proud moment for me. And all the hard work that I put into, so I feel like it's a personal win.
Fair.
I don't think it's for my
Fair.
companies. I don't want to.
If it gives a boost to the
It
company,
does.
great. But then that's not the primary
No, I think
goal.
it's my personal. I really want to work hard towards getting
Fair,
that.
fair.
Yeah.
So my next question is, have you ever Googled how to be on Forbes list?
No.
I did for you. So
Oh my God, please tell me.
yeah, because I was like, okay, this is a good question, and let me then Google what it takes to be on this list.
Oh my God.
Okay, and then so yeah, and there's no hard and fast rule to it.
Okay.
But I read a couple of articles and it said something really interesting. So I thought that I'm going to ask you to rate yourself in these departments.
Oh no.
Because that's what they look into.
Okay,
Okay.
please.
So
Wow, why haven't I ever done this, guys? Okay.
yeah, why haven't you done that?
That's so weird. Okay.
So this funding,
Yes.
the funding of your business or the funding
Correct.
of your personal brand, if you were to rate yourself on 10 in all these departments, give me a
Correct.
number.
Okay.
So funding for NKD, for your personal brand and all
Correct.
that. How stable, strong are we?
10, 9, 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Pretty strong, yeah.
Revenue? I also tried doing, by the way, Nidhi Kumar's net worth for this podcast. The numbers were staggering, by the way. So I'm like, are you really that rich?
No, listen. I mean, okay. I'm not gonna say anything with that. But revenue, this is also now. How do I answer this? Because I'll tell you something. I have two different careers. One is my CEO.
Collective
career,
revenue.
and one is my content. Oh, collective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So no, joking. Guys, I'm just funny. I mean, I get a lot of brand deals. I'm on like 5 different platforms and I work my ass off and I post content every day. So you would think I'm making money, right? Combined, yummy.
What's your net worth? Can you reveal that on camera?
No, but I don't know what my net worth is. Listen, I'm not even that big. Hello, I'm so basic. I've never thought about what my net. There are articles on Google. If you type Nidhi Kumar net worth, they have calculated some.
There are some million figures in millions, by the way.
Listen, guys. No. Okay, I'm gonna be very 8. No, I want to reach somewhere. 8, 9 is
8, 9 revenue. Okay.
Yes.
Couple
We make
more. Social impact.
10, 11, 12, 10.
Why say 10? How are you impacting socially? Give me
I
two
think-
examples.
I think it's from. I don't think that. I think it's the audience that tells me every single day.
So tell me like a comment or a message
Oh,
that you got.
I get them every day.
So something that stayed with you that you thought that, oh, this has really impacted them. I have see, whatever I can give you my example. I think the fact that you speak about periods so
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you're not just talking about periods, you're kind of humanizing it by giving it a term called Lal
Lal
Devi,
Devi,
which
yeah.
is like kind of trended, which is kind of caught on.
Correct.
And it just makes it so human and so like
Correct.
we can talk about it. I think that's a great social impact.
Thank you.
But can you think of anything?
Like okay, so I'm very close to my followers. So this is something that they also know about. I've spoken about this. I get DMs where they're like, I do very serious DMs, and sometimes they play with my mental health. I don't want to live anymore. I'm almost about to. Pretty heavy DMs. Pretty. Like I can't even explain over the 5 years the kind of DMs
From
I've gotten.
strangers.
From strangers, from students. From students as in not my but as in young teenagers. I want to kill myself. I don't know what to do. You're the only person I can talk to and I've never met them. You're the only person I can talk to. Please tell me what to do. And then they keep calling me and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Please talk to me right now. I sit and talk to them. I've never met them. I don't know who they are, of course. But they know me so well.
You're chatting with them.
I do. And I've done this a billion times over 5 years. And Mohak knows, in the past 2 years, he's seen it firsthand that I've actually cried. Because I'm like, I can't take this is too much pressure on me. I mean, I don't even know them. What if I say something? I'm only 28 myself. First, I'm not a therapist. I'm not an advisor. But I'm a Jagat Didi. Everybody calls me Dee. And they just think that I have an answer to everything. Literally. But I also get scared because they're so young and
do you direct them to therapists?
Always. Oh, that's the first thing I do. The guys you cannot like
ask me. Yeah.
Of course you cannot ask me. I'm still like but it's pretty scary. So yeah, I think 10.
Great, yeah. So you're 8 to 10 in most of the categories. Forbes, if you're listening, hello, please. What are you doing?
Wait, these 3 are the only ones?
I mean, there are a few more.
Okay.
But again, like I said, this is not like a hard and fast rule.
Guys, come on. Now you've heard him. Like, please.
Enough now, really.
Enough.
Okay, speaking of social impact,
Yes.
something that okay, before we get into this question,
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
When I was chatting with you
Correct.
about the podcast,
Correct.
you sent me this. and I'm going to play out your voice note.
Voice note. Oh no, Loki, wait, what are you doing?
3, 2, 1.
And I think my biggest thing, more than anything, my second reservation or my biggest thing, I've never been, nervous or scared to go into this podcast. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man, let's go finish it on time. But I'm actually very scared of doing a podcast with you. So that is like my second thing.
You know, I always thought that
Yeah.
I'm not intimidating, and don't scare people or whatever.
No, of course you don't. You're so sweet, but your what's the word? Intellectual powers are very intimidating. I think you're so smart. Half the times I don't even understand his stories, guys, because there's so many words in such crazy English. I'm like, guys, I thought I knew what English is. I mean, you're just very smart. And I've done a million podcasts, but I also know the amount of knowledge that this man possesses. I'm like, I have to be scared because I don't know what all he'll ask me. And what if I don't have the answers? Because I'm just 28. So I'm just like, wait. And also because I've seen you since I was so young. I mean, like everywhere, whether it's movie screenings, I used to go with my mom and he used to like be hosting. I've seen you everywhere. So to come here and obviously do a podcast where you are asking me questions, where you've interviewed like, I don't even know people like Barkha also, correct?
Yeah.
How? Obviously I'm scared.
So how have we fared so far? You're okay, like so far?
I'm okay, but like my dil is going dhoop dhoop constantly.
Okay, so why I played this?
Yeah.
Not to like, I mean, of course, compliments are always like flattering.
Of course.
but at the same time, and I told you this on my voice note as well,
Yeah.
that I wanted to cover like a few topics, and I feel that you are smashing patriarchy like nobody else. And I'm not even sure whether you're aware of it or not. Sometimes, you end up doing things that you're not even aware of. I'm going to touch upon 3 words that are like kind of loosely thrown around. So I want to kind of define them so that I kind of put context to it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you about your thoughts on it. Patriarchy is a system basically which is created by men to kind of control the world.
Correct.
Under which we have sexism and misogyny. People don't understand the difference between sexism and misogyny, and they very loosely use it all the time.
Correct.
Sexism is different rules for men and women.
Correct.
For example, boys are allowed to go at night, women are not. So those are different rules. And misogyny is if women don't abide to those rules, then you torture them, abuse them.
Correct.
You find faults at them. Why did you go late at night? It is your fault that whatever mishap that happened. So that's the context.
Correct.
Now you,
Yeah.
as a content creator, I feel are living your life as honestly and as authentically as possible.
Yeah.
You're also posting a lot of dance videos, in short clothes, and more power to you for doing that.
Thank you.
You can happily slip into a bikini and go to, let's say, Thailand or a
Correct.
beach or whatever and post pictures and all that.
Yeah.
And like you said, you don't really get that kind of hate here in the UAE
Correct.
because we live in a very, very nice and protected country.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask, have you ever got DMs because of the way you are, the way you dress, the way you're loud, you're flamboyant, you're vibrant?
Yeah.
Have you ever has patriarchy ever tried to control the way you are in your DMs, in comments,
course.
whatever? And how do you deal with it?
Correct. Of course. I think mainly on my platform YouTube, because YouTube is more open to just everybody.
Right.
There's a lot of hate. Literally, I think the most one of my videos, literally, I think last 2 weeks went viral. It was a transformation video where in the first half I'm wearing like a bikini top and shorts, like really short shorts, and I'm looking like all tied hair, glasses, because you need to look a little ugly. And then I transform into a lehenga, full on Indian bridal. That went viral. And the comments you should read, they're all, पहले हाथ में दीदी ये भी कपड़े क्यों पहने, निकाल देते. That's the only comment like on it. Obviously, all my Nidhi Sam love comments. Oh my God, what a transformation! Sick. Because the transformation was sick, it went viral. But then when it got caught everywhere, you should read the comments. It's literally like 2 weeks old, and it's only that.
So okay, I choose not to comment on or focus on the trolls. Tell me if a young girl has watched that and found some courage in the way she wants to dress up and she dresses up. Do you get, what kind of DMs, what kind of feedback are you getting from young girls as far as that is concerned? Are they finding courage in what
Correct.
you are doing?
I think the reason why I have gone on for so long is because of those dreams, and I always say it, I've said it really nice. The way they say that the way I started my journey now till here gives them confidence, gives them courage. Also because I'm just very what's the word? Like I do everything my way. I like you said, does it hurt? Does it affect you? Never does. Because I know that they are just computer ninjas sitting behind. They have no other thing, and also they're doing it to me plus a million other people. They're sitting and like giving hate. So there's nothing personal. तो मैं क्यों पहले ही मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है तो मैं क्यों अभी वो लेके बैठ जाऊँ? Oh my God, so much told compared to the amount of love I'm getting. Not worth it. And I always tell them also, guys, it takes a long time to become thick-headed on social media. You have to be really thick-skinned and thick-headed on social media if you want to be a creator. It's not easy. But you have to get there, and I'm there already. Nothing phases me, honestly.
But do you remember a story where a young girl came up to you and said that?
Oh, all the time. I feel like when I go on my India tours, that's all I get. That you have given me the strength to start my. I think the biggest. I can tell you the most recent one. I get these DMs every day almost. That's why I'm blessed, and I know what I'm doing is right. I don't care about these haters. I went to my right after coming out temptation. I was in Mumbai, so took a workshop in Mumbai. This one girl, and she's tagged us in the stories also, and I spoke about her on stories. She registered for my workshop. She came with her entire khandan, and she had like 102 fever. So she couldn't make it for the workshop. She was in the hospital the previous night. She came literally like this, and her 4 of her people are holding her, and she comes at the end of the class. I'm like, wait, who's this? And then she comes in and she tells me everything. Her mom comes, she becomes emotional. कि मैंने उसको बोला था नहीं आने को, बस बोला निधि दी अब सिर्फ एक बार आई, मुझे जाना ही है. She couldn't even walk, and she had come with 4 of her team members because she started her own Sangeet choreography company.
What are you saying?
And she used to tell me that I did this because of you, and they also do dancing and they do sangeets for everybody. And then I saw her page and I'm like, damn, that's insane. So she got her entire 1 boy 3 girls to make me meet all of them, and then they made me sign their covers, phone covers, and it was crazy.
Nice.
And her mom was
You're
sitting
the reason
there.
behind somebody starting their own
Yeah,
company.
a lot of startups, a lot of young girls have started startups because they've seen, and I get these DMs every day, and they're the first ones that send me products of their company, and I
Does
post
that put
it
pressure on you?
all the time. I'm always pressurized. That's the only thing I talk about more. I'm always pressurized because there's so many expectations. There are so many, and then they DM me personal stories about how their dad is not letting them dance, and I've never spoken to these guys. How my parents don't support my dancing. What do I do? Please help
So
me.
then what do they do? What's the advice?
I send them voice notes.
What are you telling them?
So much. I feel like I think the number one thing that I tell them is if you're sitting on your phone constantly all day just sitting and scrolling reels, mom, dad, मुझे dancer बनना है, please you have to support me. They will not. You need to show how hardworking you are to them. You need to like practice on YouTube. You need to get better in your skill. You need to show them how what's the word? How true to you are to your passion. That you will do something out of it. Then your parents will support you. Why will they support you just sitting doing nothing
and if somebody has done all that work and yet the parents
then
are not,
I tell them,
have you ever picked up a conversation with the parents? Have you ever parent-teacher meeting with Nidhi Kumar?
But here, yes.
With your students?
Not offline.
Not
online.
Online,
so never. But I always tell them exactly as it is. When people ask me for advice, I'm like, guys, sometimes there's no advice. I can't give you advice. I'll just tell you if there's something you have to do, you have to just go and do it. Sometimes there are no advices. What will I tell you? You have to get up and do the work. The end. What advice will I give you? Like over here, yes, I have spoken to parents. I speak to them almost every day. Please let them grow. Let them do every day, almost.
Forbes, social impact.
Yeah.
Hashtag just saying.
Please, guys.
Speaking of social impact,
yes.
So I'm going to now segue into your relationship with Mohak, which I find very fascinating.
Okay.
I don't know how to say this. I mean, we all know about this term called trophy wife.
Correct.
Now, historically, traditionally, if you go, men were the protectors and providers.
Yes.
Right? They were the hunters.
Correct.
Women were the nourishing, source of nourishment in the nurturing and nourishing the family and all that. And that's the reason the strength is always associated with men, and let's say the fact that women have to be beautiful, they have to be good bearers of children, of healthy children, all that.
Correct.
So that always falls on a woman, and hence
Correct.
this whole trophy wife, you need to have a wife you can show around and all that.
Correct.
In your case,
Yeah.
you are the one who is working, building up an empire,
Correct.
and Moha comes across as an arm candy boyfriend. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I just
Yeah.
like the way, the tables have turned so drastically.
Correct.
And he seems very comfortable in that space. Have you guys ever spoken about it? My two questions to you. Have you guys
Yeah.
ever spoken about it?
Correct.
Does he ever feel that he's an arm candy? Because
Correct.
we don't really get to see him talk much,
Yeah.
even in your stories and all that.
Correct.
He's a shy guy, doesn't say much.
Yes.
You're the
correct.
one who's doing most of the talking.
Correct.
That's my first question. I'll come to the second question first.
Okay. I, okay, so yes, I think the biggest joke that we have always, and I always tell it to him publicly also, मैंने बोला है बहुत बार, उसको भी मैं बोलती ही रहती हूँ. You know I use you for clout, always.
That's working well for you then.
Yeah, it is. It is working. Firstly, I'm in love with him, so that's great. But also, second, I use it for clout, and he knows that, and he's so okay with it. Like, obviously, it's a joke. Even before he came into my life, my content, everything was exactly the same. Nothing changed. He made it better. And I always say the cinematic content creation came out because of him. Because of our anniversaries, when I thought of the idea, because I never felt like doing with another man something this romantic. That idea came to me because he was there. And I knew that I could, because he also looks good. So I was like, damn, maybe we could do something. So, and that is my biggest thing that I feel the most satisfaction of. Like, I love doing cinematic content creation. So, he gave that to me. So, and yes, he is arm candy. And he knows that.
So if he was not arm candy, do you think, so that's my second question. Do you think looks are very important for you to be in a relationship with someone?
So, I've always spoken about this before. Actually, no. Yes, when you look at someone first, they're like, oh, looks. But no, for me, they've never. I don't want to say it, but obviously my previous, not all, but a lot, majority, have not been like conventionally great looking. Honestly, like if you, I'll show you some photos later. Some of them have not been conventionally good looking. And I've never cared about that, honestly, kind of.
Okay.
Mohak has just, पता नहीं कहाँ से आया है वो
So
यार.
I'm very curious to know.
Yes.
You guys met on a dating app.
Yes.
And then he was staying in London.
Correct.
You were here in Dubai.
Correct.
He was going back to London, so he said, "What's the whole point of?" You said,
I
"What's the
said
whole
it.
point of
Meeting. I don't want to meet only.
But then you met anyway.
Yeah, on the night right before he was about to leave. 4 a.m. was his flight.
So then, what happened in that meeting? What transpired?
The date was beautiful, honestly. We felt like we knew each other from before. That is why we continued talking. So he said that I was so comfortable with you, I don't even know how. I'm like, damn. But then I was obviously thinking, I was like, I can make anyone comfortable, honestly. I feel like when I talk to someone
I'm
new,
very uncomfortable. What are you talking about? I'm very nervous right now.
okay, over. Podcast over. No, joking. But then he was like, I felt so comfortable. But the thing is, I felt so comfortable also. We spoke for 3 hours straight.
What did you guys
Random stuff.
talk about? Yeah.
Just about everything, about my work. He didn't know that I was a blue tick content creator. Nothing. He didn't even know anything about that. He didn't know what. Then I told him, oh, I make content and I have a dance studio. I just opened NKD 2 months prior. So I was talking about NKD mainly. He was telling me how he has this food company, that he has a brother, this, that. That's it. We were laughing. He was flirting. I didn't flirt because I don't know how to. I was just
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not a very good. Yeah, I can say pick up lines and stuff, but no, I'm not very.
Okay.
Now I think I've become very smooth.
Imagine who would, looking at your personalities, I would think that you're the more forthgoing and flirtatious, and he's the shy guy. But clearly, okay,
No,
interesting
I'm
insight.
very shy even when it comes to physical things.
So what made you swipe right on him?
4 of his photos were shirtless. Yeah, so
Skin show works.
Yeah, no, but I wasn't. So the thing is, at that time I was single for 5 years. I had a boyfriend after my Mumbai boyfriend. Never had a boyfriend after that. I was just into work. I was just dating here and there. We were all on a dating app. I didn't want to date at all. Zero. I don't want to have a boyfriend. I don't want to get married. Nothing. After that, Mumbai, completely lost the idea of marriage. I did not want to do it. I just wanted to hustle, make an empire, live, be the cool aunt that has a lot of money.
So then, why were you on the dating app then?
All my girlfriends, we had a fun thing that at night, sometimes when you were bored, we used to just swipe and laugh at men. You know, girls.
So before Mohak, you hadn't really gone on a date with anyone?
No.
Between your previous boyfriend and Mohak?
No, of course I did. That was a 5-year gap.
How so? During those 5 years, did
Of
you?
course we dated. Of course. That phase, nothing. Like, I don't want a boyfriend. Of course we were dating. I dated, of course, all of that.
So before
But-
Mohak, when you went on dates and all that,
Just to
nothing,
laugh.
nothing clicked.
Just to laugh at men's. Like, I know, oh, look at his bio, look at his. Then we used to send screenshots in each other's WhatsApp groups. That's it. Mohak was wow. So I started talking. He's like, he's from London. I was like, guys, look, he's from London. I sent on my WhatsApp group, 4 more shots, please. That is my group. And I said that he's going to London. What karungi milke? And I went to meet him right after my class. I was like, chalo, why not? It'll be a drink, chill. And I don't drink. I mean, we'll go eat, whatever. Then I don't know what happened. He went back and he sent me a flower, like a bouquet of forever roses at home, at the studio actually. And he found my address. I just said NKD Studios once in our conversation. Now he revealed that during the Temptation Island PR interviews, and I had no idea. I never asked him also. So when he went back to London the next morning, he sent me a bouquet of forever roses here at NKD. And I'm like, who the hell? Now it said Love M. The message, a very cute message, I don't remember, and it said Love M. Now, right before him, the guy I was kind of dating was also MM. And one before him was also MM.
What's this obsession with
I have
M
three,
squared?
Exactly. I had 3 back-to-back MMs. So in my mind, I was like, Mohak kyun karega? So I was thinking about that. I'm like, wait, why is he texting?
Which of the 3 MMs?
Exactly, which of the 3? So I texted my friend Nidhi. I'm like, who the hell? I'm so scared. I'm like, ew, why is he texting? Then Mohak told me that answer. I was like, dude, you remembered the studio's name and you googled my address, sent me the roses. Insane. Who does that? I mean,
Has he ever told you why he likes you? Why is he's in love with you?
Always, because I get him out of his comfort zone.
Out of his comfort zone?
Yes.
Which is what?
Like very reserved, chill, shy, laid back as hell.
Oh wow! How do those energies? Because you're everything but laid back.
Exactly. That is why I tell you, like, we're so opposites, and that is why I also sometimes we always have our relationship in our first year wasn't that easy. It was very hard when we had to work our way through everything because of polar opposites. Like, I always say this.
Say what fights are happening? Like what are the reasons?
So much like how I, especially when we started shooting content the first time. Oh, we had a thing. Because I used to be like, babe, do this. And he couldn't obviously understand. And after a few videos, obviously it was still hard for him to understand. But then when I used to be in that work mode and I used to have so many shoots together, I used to be like, Mohak, what are you doing? And then we used to argue when we go back. It was hard, of course. But also because I wake up when half of his work day is done. And I go to sleep. So he sleeps by like 11 and he wakes up at 8 a.m. I wake up at 2 p.m. and I go to sleep at like 3, 4.
The owl is dating the lark.
Basically. We don't watch the same shows. Not a single commonality. We don't like the same food. Even on our dates, if he wants to go somewhere fancy, he eats and I eat the veg spring roll. I just order spring roll because I don't eat seafood. Nothing matches of us. Nothing.
Wow.
Even from the smallest of things to the biggest of things. Not even our personality.
So then what's keeping you together? What?
Just love, honestly. Like, I'm obsessed with him. He says he's obsessed with me, but I don't believe that. But I'm obsessed with him. I feel like he makes me better.
So why I'm asking this question is that, when you say that not necessarily, but largely a huge part of a relationship is that you can have conversations about like shows. You can Netflix and chill. You can time the shows and the series and the episodes
We've
together.
never done that in 2 years. Not even once. We've not even watched a show together ever.
Or have conversations about your work. You're having conversations about his work.
We always do that.
So those are the common places?
Yes.
Okay.
When we talk about work to each other, he helps me out, gives me ideas constantly. He's also an entrepreneur too. So I give him ideas. We're constantly talking about work. Number 2, I feel like the biggest reason why I'm with him, I'm glad that we're together. I cannot be with someone who's like me. He makes me calmer. He's made me so calm over the past 2 years, you have no idea.
How? Like he has conversations with you?
Yeah, like as in calmer, as in because I react so soon. But now he's made me like, Nidhi, think first sometimes. So I feel like he's taught me so much about like being a little laid back because I needed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you guys go for Temptation Island.
Yes. Oh God.
Once again, I'm going to go back to the ground rules. Wherever you think that, you don't want to talk about it, feel free.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are a lot of viewers who also want to know
Yeah.
about Temptation Island. And
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched the show.
Correct.
My list of questions, you know, it didn't really have too many questions around it. We haven't really spoken about it. It's been
Correct.
an hour, but I'm just going to touch upon it briefly
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
we end.
Yeah.
Did you guys, when you guys were going for Temptation Island India, did you guys have a conversation about what were the do's and the don'ts?
Correct.
What you could do and couldn't do, and what he could do and you couldn't do. Did you ever have a conversation about it?
Yes.
That's one. And secondly, okay, tell me what. And
Yeah.
secondly, were you guys scared that this could like make or
Correct.
break?
Correct.
So tell me, what conversations did you have?
Okay, so number one, I think I think the biggest thing, which everybody that has met us after Temptation Island just asks us one thing. So Nidhi, tu Mohak ko le gayi, yeah? Let me tell you all this, and we've said that to everybody who's met me, because I didn't.
What does this mean, Nidhi? Tu Mohak ko le gayi?
That everybody thinks that I took Mohak, that I wanted to go. I never wanted to go, guys. Till the last minute of our flight, the last night, I called my manager Sahil and I told him I don't want to, because I never wanted to. Mohak was the one that wanted to go. He was excited about it.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yes.
still like, why would people accuse you of that?
All the time, because I'm the one that's in the that's the only question I get asked. Oh wow, you took Mohak, good. I didn't want to go. Every interview that I've given in the past 6 years, I've only said I will never do reality shows. I've been called for Dance Diwane, Jhalak, everything, Dance Plus for years, and I said no to everything always, because I never wanted to do
So
reality
then,
shows.
Mohak convinced you to be on
Yes,
the show.
Mohak was very excited, and I was like, you know what, it'll be fun. Mohak wanted to go for the show, not me. I said no even the previous night.
So when he suggested the idea, you said,
Yeah.
okay, let's go try it.
Yes, when
Or-
we got
or
called
did-
for it,
Huh.
he was like, let's do it, it'll be so much fun. I was like, no, I only one thing, the only show I will ever go on is Big Boss if I ever get called for it. Other than that, nothing, zero, ever.
Why?
I just never want to do reality shows. I'm not that. Funnily, on Temptation Island, the creative director from Geo, Bani J, sorry, literally told me that I was made for reality shows. That I should be there because of my personality and how I'm like. And he told me this line, and I'm like, please don't say that. Everybody after Temptation only said one thing, that we want to see you on Big Boss. We want to see you on Big Boss. Still, I get those comments every day.
Who knows? This could lead to the next season of Big Boss, right?
I mean, right now I'm not in the mental space. After Temptation was very hard, yeah. But if I get called, yeah, Big Boss is a
Dream.
dream. For
So,
sure.
going back to the question, what
Yeah.
conversations did you guys have? A conversation, ki boss?
We were very chill about it, Loki, honestly. We were very chill. Like you said, will this make or break? We didn't even think about it once.
I mean, it's called Temptation
We
Island,
were very
right?
strong. We were very strong.
But you both are young, good-looking. You
Correct.
will be meeting young, interesting
If you-
people.
correct.
You will be tempted to like
If
kind
you
of.
see, if you would have heard our conversation, you would know how funny it was, because we were laughing. We're like, oh, baby, we're just gonna have fun. It's a show. We'll chill. We'll come back. Lit. And I also said that on the show. They've seen it.
Huh.
Never scared. I knew we would end up together, and nothing can break us. Yeah. Also, because I feel like I also thought, and we've also spoken about it, that obviously all the tempters were from India, and obviously for me, the biggest thing was if I'll be able to relate to someone, obviously because I'm from a Gulf country, and obviously we've grown up very differently.
Sensibilities are different and all.
Sensibilities are different. So I knew that I might not find someone, and also first I didn't even go there. Yaar. When we were laughing about it, we were like, हमें कोई नहीं मिलेगा वहाँ पे. ऐसा. So literally, before going, we were very chill. Nothing. I was just scared because I didn't want to go to a reality show, yaar. And when I came out, I told him that literally I was very angry. When I came out, I was very angry, very flustered, whatever. And I told him, I was like, I should listen to my instincts always, because when it comes to work, I know what I'm doing, and I should have listened to my instinct. And I was right. And I told him when I came out.
So are you saying that you were not very happy with the whole experience?
No, the experience was so much fun. It was something very different, something I can't even imagine, but it was also very traumatizing, yeah? As in like the headspace, the mental headspace.
Could you give us a little insight as to what really happens on a reality show? Is it scripted?
Correct.
Is it not? Because cameras are on all the
This
time.
show wasn't scripted.
It's not scripted, but are there leads?
Yes, there are
leads. There are prompts. Yeah.
Correct. There are leads here and there, but
Give me an example of a lead. How?
Like they were very creatively free with us.
Okay.
Nothing. For
Okay.
example, जब कोई task हो रहा है, so the creative director will tell us, hey guys, make it fun. जब हम कुछ कर नहीं रहे, तो guys do something. We would
Okay,
get
those
there.
kind of things. Okay.
But otherwise nothing. The show wasn't scripted at
Okay.
all. And I feel like the reason why the last 2 weeks became very hard. I used to cry every day. It was so horrible, especially in the middle when I saw Mohak in the middle through a glass frame. I had lost it fully. That day I had lost it. Like my mental frame wasn't right. And obviously for Mohak and I were very talked about on the show. So obviously I'm sure they killed it with the whole thing. They made us meet on November 9th only. November 9th was the first date where we met each other after we swiped.
Oh, so they kind of like, okay.
Yes. So they made all the couples, that was the middle point. They made us meet on November 9th. And I just lost it. And that night, November 8th, sorry. November 8th and 12 o'clock was that.
Right.
And November 9th was also my connection's birthday.
Sam's birthday.
Yes. So they made this into a whole big thing. And it was like a major plot for the show. And
right.
But it wasn't okay.
Right.
It was too hectic.
Fair. There were a lot of things that are spoken about Urvi and Mohak as well.
Yes.
See, again, very honestly, on my way to this podcast, because I haven't seen the show,
Correct.
I was like, this is an important topic to talk about, and I was just reading a few articles and all that.
Yeah.
There was an episode where you were like kind of flipping out when they showed you the footage of Urvi and Mohak.
Correct.
I haven't seen that footage, but I've just read those articles.
Correct.
What was going through your head when you saw that?
So I've never spoken about this, but I thought that I would maybe someday on my YouTube channel if I felt like it. I'm just going to say this. There's obviously people who are smart. Obviously, all my Nidhi's fam that have been with me for years knew what I was doing. I was exactly myself on the show. There was not a single trying to be fake. I can't even do that. They knew exactly what I was doing, and I'm sure they understood that if you were doing something, if you're reacting to something, we know that there was a reason. I'm going to say the same thing. What y'all were shown was nothing to what and that is not just my bonfire or Mohak's bonfire, everyone's bonfires. What probably first things, I have never watched the show, so I don't know how the show goes.
It's interesting how two people who haven't watched the show
are
talking about it. I like that.
I've not even watched a single episode, except the last episode, which was Chetna and Nishank and Gargi and Ronak's bonfire, because I knew I would never be in it because it was their bonfire, the finale. So I just watched that. Other than that, I don't know what's happened on the show. But when this came out, I obviously asked my friends, whatever you saw on television was probably like this much part of what they showed us in the actual bonfire to evoke those reactions, guys. So you all don't even know what I saw and why I behaved that way or why I reacted that way.
So you're saying what they showed us
was nothing.
Was very
nothing.
Little.
My friends told me what was shown to you all at that episode. It was nothing.
Tell me, like, I mean, clearly you saw more.
Correct. And I'm sure even Mohak must have seen more for his reactions, or Nishank must have seen more, or Chetna or Cheshna must have seen more. Everybody must have seen way more. That's why Cheshna, everybody, Gargi reacted more. And probably, and honestly, I don't even know what is shown for others, so I don't even know.
So then how, so what was going through your head? Like, of course you're breaking down and all that. You were rushed to the hospital.
Correct.
Right? But I mean, isn't that a scary position to be in?
Correct.
Did you have a word with Mohak after that?
Yes, of course. But you know what? I also said
Nidhi, again, if you're not comfortable, please feel free. This is not like I'm not coming from a give me some juice. If you want to even reveal it on your YouTube, you have that. Like,
of course.
But just tell me if you want to.
But just nothing. Like. It's just that whatever happened, I also said it on the show. Now I don't know. Right after that, I said it also, and I don't know if it's cut, if they put it. I don't know. I said it that it was the visual that I had the problem with. I never not trusted him even for a second. As a girlfriend, when I saw my boyfriend, the visual affected me, and even after that, the same thing. Other than that, the next day I was completely fine. Not just on that day I was not, because the next day also, by the way, I was taken to Mumbai, to the hospital, just for regular checkups. Not that time, but even all the other bonfires, the visual hurt me, if there was anything. And after that, I was chill.
But then that visual didn't shake your trust.
No, never. I said that also on the show. Never. I know Mohak wouldn't do a thing. That visual is very hard to see, because in that one visual, when I was rushed into hospital, we had clearly promised each other before going the do's and don'ts. We just one promise, nothing else, because we both were chilling. Only one promise, and we will not let any tempter into our room. That's it.
So then,
and in that bonfire was the second bonfire, and he had let him into it. But it was for a task.
Did you confront him on the same?
Yeah, but it was for a task. But it was for a task, babe. So at that time at the bonfire, I didn't know it was a task. No? I had no idea.
Okay.
So my feelings were I was like, wait, what is happening?
Okay.
Just promise was broken. That's it. The next day was fine. We spoke about it after the show. And then when I found out it was a task, I'm like, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
And then after that is when I was completely chill and I was like, you know what? Everybody into my room, like all my friends, even Sam. After that is when I was like, you know what? Fine. If he's okay with it. Cool.
Okay. Outside show,
Yeah.
last couple of questions. I know we've kind of overshot the time of.
Yeah.
Last couple of questions. Going in future, you know,
Correct.
you're 28.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. You're talented. You're extremely hardworking. You comes along a guy,
Correct.
you know, who you find interesting, more interesting than Mohak.
Correct.
You know, or for him, for that matter. You know.
Correct.
Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought that I want to understand your thoughts on infidelity.
Correct.
How do you view it? Does it scare you?
Yeah.
How committed are you in this relationship?
Correct. With Mohak, not at all. Yeah. Nothing. So when we entered the show, we were obviously told, and we also knew that when we entered the show, we're broken up. We're on a break. That was what was told to us, and that was the whole point. You make connections, and you figure out. Karan Kundra said it on the first day. That was the whole point. We were told in our briefings that, hey, you're broken up. You're on a break when you go in. We knew that. Whatever. But like when we're together now, or even before that, or whatever, never. Infidelity doesn't even cross my mind with Mohak. Nothing. And I'm sure even he doesn't with me. I'm sure.
And you have come out from the show stronger?
Yes. I always
Closer?
say that. Honestly. Way stronger and closer. It's crazy. He has started expressing so much that he would never before. That was our biggest thing.
So tell me things that he has expressed recently which he wouldn't.
So much, like on the finale day of the show, the stuff that he said. If you see the episode, I'm literally looking at him like, wait, what? He said things like, she's made me a better person and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with her. He's never said those things. He's not an expressive person. In 2 years, he's not very like romantic, not at all. Now, if you see my DMs, every day I wake up to cheesy posts. And he's so much more physically affectionate. It's crazy.
I saw that vlog when you said he's in a mood. He clearly is in a mood.
Honestly, and it's never happened before.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a fear for both of us for losing each other.
Right.
Maybe at the show.
Right.
Made me also so much more. I'm like, damn, I have such a fantastic dude. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Nidhi, thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you.
I'm going to end with my first impression of you.
Oh.
I've been working at
Scared.
this radio station called City 1016
Yes.
and we were looking for a radio presenter.
Oh.
Okay, and walks in this really vivacious, happy girl with a great bounce in her feet, walks to the studio, and I kid you not, before she started recording into the mic, she pulls her hair down. Okay, and then she puts them back, throws them back.
I've done that.
And then she started doing the voiceover, then she started auditioning and all that. You intimidated a few people, by the way. A couple of people in the team were like, what was that all about, right? People thought that you were too extra.
Oh God, which I am.
But I loved it. I was like, okay, here's somebody who's just walked in with full confidence and everything. You know, has done exactly what she wants to do to make herself comfortable.
Correct.
Done her piece to the mic.
Correct.
And left.
I used to do that a lot. So I can't even believe you remember that. Because I'm sure I would have done that.
I have such a vivid memory
I
of that.
still do it. Oh God, that's insane.
Right?
Oh wow.
So I hope the confidence never ebbs away. I hope the bounce on the feet is always there.
Thank you.
And I hope that you just like own the world as you do, man. More power to you.
Thank you. You're the best. And I didn't die, guys. I got through the podcast with Lokesh Dharmani. Look.
Please, it's not that difficult, okay?
See, guys,
Shut up, okay?
I killed it.
You killed it, yes. You were like scared for nothing. Now I'll give you a hug.
Thank you. Thank you.
Darwaza khula hai.
Aur nikaliye. Nidhi Kumar signing off.
I'm not sure if I can do that good.
That was sick. That was sick. Thank you.